What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Peyton if you are new here, and today we're doing a fun video that I haven't done. Like, I literally don't remember the last time I filmed a what I eat in a day or what I eat in a week, etc. So I decided to choose a pretty standard day during one of my work weeks. So I actually filmed this yesterday, and I wanted to take you guys through what I eat throughout the entire day. I tell you guys absolutely everything that I'm eating because I want it to be super real and authentic. Of course, the typical disclaimers, literally what I eat has absolutely no effect. I don't know, like, it has nothing to do with what you should eat, and I don't want you guys to misinterpret basically anything that I do, because this is just what works for me and my body and my taste buds and all that good stuff. For those of you that do work like full-time, you probably understand, unless you're like a really like somebody who's really into cooking, which I am not. Like, if you are a chef or like to cook, you're gonna be offended by some of these things that I make throughout the day, just because like it's the bare like minimum stuff, like just stuff to get me by, stuff that's easy, healthy, and to me tastes good. If you work full time, you'll kind of get how like cooking and like making these really cute and aesthetic meals, just like I don't have time for it, and it's also just not one of my priorities. And I will say I went through like a really bad period like with body image and stuff in February, and I wanted to kind of take you guys through some like lifestyle habits and kind of things I've changed towards my diet and just like the way that I'm eating. So throughout this video, I take you guys through those little tips and like habits that I've kind of implemented that have made a huge difference for me. I know lots of women, lots of men deal with these body image issues sometimes, and these sort of things kind of helped me get out of that slump. So yeah, this is what I eat during my 8 to 5 work week, an 8 to 5 day in my life. It's not cute and fancy, but it works for me, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's rewind to yesterday morning. All right, guys, let's start off strong with breakfast. So as you guys can tell, I have to eat breakfast pretty early in the morning. And for a while, I used to just like only eat a protein bar and have my coffee. I would realize as I got to work and worked for a few hours that I was starving, and then I would like make unhealthy choices and eat like literally whatever was in sight. So this has been a good adjustment for me. And then I've also really tried to stick to making my coffee at home, trying to limit the amount of Starbucks I'm drinking, because that's also really easy to do on my way into work. But I love my Nespresso machine, and I just throw like 2 tablespoons of coffee creamer in there, which I don't know, I just find it delicious, and I literally look forward to it every single morning. So these are just 2 things that I've really tried to do. One is eating a actual like breakfast that has protein, and then 2, sticking to my at-home coffee. Hello everybody, we are back home. Sorry, the lighting's a little bit weird. Let's move you. But I am home for lunch. I actually like have to leave in like literally 10 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is get my lunch all packed. I thought I would be able to eat it here, but I cannot. Thing number 2 that I've really tried to implement this year is making lunch like at home and bringing it to work for my lunches, because for a long time there, like a really like embarrassing long time, I would eat out for lunch like every single day with my coworkers, and A, that was way too expensive for me, and B, I wasn't making the healthiest choices, and I just was like constantly feeling like super lethargic after I ate lunch. So I would say like pretty much 3 times a week, sometimes even 4, I will eat my own lunches. And surprise, surprise, my favorite thing to eat are taco bowls. So I'm gonna be honest, these are like super bare minimum meals. Like literally this is what it looks like. It looks gross because it's cold, but I just do rice and taco seasoned ground turkey, and then I'll usually like warm it up and then put cheese on the top, and that's it. If I was home right now, like if I could eat this here, I would add like avocado and like tomato to it to make it a little bit more fun. But you know, when you're working full-time all day, it's hard to make things fun, and it's healthy and it keeps me full and almost gives me some energy. Like I don't feel super, like I don't go into a food coma after I eat. So we have this that I'm gonna bring with some little cheese on top, and then this varies, but this week I'm like obsessed with Alani Nu energy drinks. So I have this one that I'm gonna bring. It's like 10 calories, they're really good, and it's the mimosa flavor. So this is gonna be my lunch, and I probably will work till about 5 tonight, so I hope this keeps me full while I'm at work. Updates to come, but I have to head back because it's picture day apparently, and apparently I'm part of these pictures. So that is my lunch, and it's made a huge difference in how I feel for me to, and also my bank account, for me to make lunch and bring it to work and that sort of thing. And this lunch is so easy to prep. So I usually prep it like on Sunday or Monday, and then I have it for the week. So this is lunch, and I will see you guys for a snack or dinner later on. Showing you one of the 2 snacks I had at work. This snack I actually had before lunch, so before my taco bowl, and these are my favorite protein bars. They're Zone bars. They're delicious. They literally taste like candy. And then after lunch, while I was there around 3 o'clock, I also had half of a chocolate croissant that my coworker gave me. So we are back home from work, and typically when I get home from work, I will actually work out, but today's like my rest day. I love just coming home and having a snack and watching YouTube, especially if I'm not like extremely hungry, which I'm not. So I forget like what number healthy habit this is, but something I've really tried to make a priority is for my snacks to be like less processed, like less processed foods. Definitely in the past before, I would like lean towards like carby, like salty snacks when I come home from work, because that's kind of what I used to crave. But recently I've really tried to make it a priority to like eat fruit, and the fruit that I'm just obsessed with is an apple and peanut butter. So we have that right here, and first of all, it's delicious. Like, it tastes like dessert, and I'm not kidding. Like, I look forward to it every day. And second of all, it's just a little healthier. It feels like I'm putting something like good into my body. So that's a huge adjustment I've made, is to try to make my snacks a little more like whole foody. Of course, that's not always the case. Like, for example, I have some mini like peanut butter pretzels that I like snack on. I actually had like 3 of them before I made this apple. So I'll like pick through those during the day, but for like my main snacks, I like to make them a little bit healthier than I have in the past. And then we're gonna make dinner, probably a little bit of a later dinner today, like maybe around 7:30 or something, just because I'll have this and I'll be good for a little bit. Here is my snack of the day, and it is delicious. Okay, my friends, it is 7:12, and I am about to start prepping for dinner. And tonight we are having a sausage and veggie medley, which if you guys watch my vlogs, you would have seen before, because this meal is so easy, so healthy, and it makes me about like 3 servings, which is ideal during the work week. So it looks like this, and the best thing about it is that it is a sheet pan recipe. So once I have everything prepped, I literally toss it all into a sheet pan and just put it in the oven and let it bake, and then we're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start prepping it, and I'm really excited. So let's get into it. I'm really hungry, so I'm ready for this healthy, filling meal. So this healthy habit has definitely been the most challenging for me, and that would be cooking the majority of my dinners at home. I can't even explain to you guys how often I used to get Qdoba like last fall, and just like I found it so easy to come home from work and say that I had a hard day and just like order in food. And I find absolutely nothing wrong with ordering food once in a while. Like, I think that's like a really good way to treat yourself, but I've really made it a priority to start making my own meals, because you know exactly what's going into them. They're healthy, and also I love having leftovers so that like the next day I don't have to cook. Okay, so dinner's done, and I just put like a bunch of the little medley on top of some jasmine rice, and then I like to put hot sauce on it, but to be honest, it's kind of like plain. Like, it's really healthy, so I don't know what other sauce would taste good on it, but it usually keeps me pretty full. So I made myself a big bowl, and we're gonna eat it. Okay, you guys, last but not least are what we call fruit pops, fruit bars, and they're the Outshine brand, and my personal favorite of all time is the mango. So I don't know, I just like ending every one of my nights with something a little bit sweet. And these aren't too bad for you. They have 70 calories. They do have like added sugar and stuff, so it's not like it's like the greatest thing of all time, but they're so good and they just taste so refreshing. Steven likes the grape the best, but I'm telling you, the mango is where it's at. So I always have one of these before I go to bed. And then that wraps up my what I eat in a day. This is what they look like too. They're pretty good size. All right guys, we're back where we started. That concludes my what I eat in a day. I hope you guys were able to take a little bit of something away from this video, whether that's something you wanna try, like habit-wise, maybe like sparked some ideas for meals, even though they were pretty basic. But yeah, that's pretty much what I eat in a day. Of course it changes, but those are like my standard sort of things I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and my snacks and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.